What up, guys? This is the LEVOIT Heavy Duty 400S air filter with a plasma feature. So first, let's take a look at the carbon filter here. So we just spin this thing off right here. It's real easy to take out. There you can see the housing and the fan component. So this is the filter right here. And this is the activated carbon technology they use. That's that kind of black part right in there. And here's the pre-filter on the outside that catches like the bigger pollutants. But basically this is like top of the line technology. I mean, LEVOIT is tried and true. It's one of the biggest brand names in the business. So these are quality filters. I've looked it up. It's very easy to get replacement filters for this. Check it out, guys. These are all the features here. And the first thing I want to point out is the plasma button. And the way it works is it uses positive and negative ions to bind to pollutants in the air, to attract more pollutants and neutralize them. So it's extra effective against like allergens or any sort of germs that are going to make you sick. So that's the new LEVOIT feature that only comes on this guy. The other big feature that only comes on this model is the automatic feature. So basically we turn that on and you see this green ring here. So blue is the highest quality. So right now it has some work to do. And basically it will judge the parts per million right here in the air and get you back down to the number that is healthiest for you. So it's working, and once this ring turns blue, it means that you are good to go. So here's the fan. We have different settings. This is how we do it manually. It's kind of loud on the fourth one, but honestly it's like you can barely hear it when it's quiet. So this button will turn off the interface. So if you're trying to sleep at night and the light's annoying you, you can turn it off. So here's the child lock. So we just hold it down and then it locks, and that way your kid can't like mess it up. And then we unlock it here. And then we can also set a manual timer, which goes up to 12 hours. And this right here, that's the change filter button. So that'll turn red when you have to change your filter. And then we can put it on sleep mode here. And so there's still some air coming out while it's in sleep mode, and it's just gently pulling in the air right here and shooting out the clean air right here, guys. So let's put it back on. It's automatic, and I got to work on my air here. So it was actually blue earlier today, but the reason it's green now is because I just cooked a meal. So there's definitely, stuff floating around in the air, and it can tell, and it's picking that up. So it's on automatic. It will clean it and clear out the air so that it's nice and clear for me. So just a few pro tips for you guys to make sure that you're using this effectively. Number one, you want to make sure that you put this lower to the ground, because pollutants in the air will actually settle towards the ground. So if you put it a little bit lower, it'll have a better chance of catching things. Try to give it more room as well. Like, don't stuff it in a corner if you can help it. What I do is, like, when I leave the house, I'll just kind of put it more in the middle of the room on the floor somewhere so that it just has time to circulate. Another tip that I have is what I like to do to help it just pick up stuff in the room, because sometimes you have like pollen or dust that's just settled somewhere, right? So I'll just turn on a ceiling fan and just kind of whip up stuff in the air. I usually do this again when I leave the house, and just let it do its thing while I'm gone. Another pro tip is I like to put it in a high activity zone, so like somewhere where you're walking through a lot. As long as it's not really in the way, it's not going to like trip you or whatever. If you put it somewhere where you're walking around a lot, again, there's more chance of just kind of increasing the airflow around it. So you're just trying to pick up stuff that's lodged and then get it in the air so that this guy can really just suck it in and purify the air. So here's the 400S and the 300P side by side, just so you can kind of see how they compare in terms of size. This is about 7 pounds. This is about 12 pounds, and this will do a 2,000 square foot house. This will do a 1,000 square foot house.